Have you guys ever heard of the Manhwa becoming the Dark Lord's daughter? Now, after watching Spy Family this past weekend, it convinced me to say, you know what? There are some series, aka manhwa series, that I am reading, and I know mostly people would upload the chapters, like a speed run of the chapters and everything on YouTube, and I don't really see people really talking about them. But I said to bring something a little new to the channel, I'll dip my big toe into reviewing some manga series that I'm currently reading right now, and the Dark Hero's daughter becoming the Dark Hero's daughter is just one of them. I mean, like, if you like that cuteness that you saw in the first episode of Spy Family, even though they're completely different, this one was supernatural reincarnation, and there is romance, but the romance probably won't happen till way later. Then this is the series for you. Now we have where our main characters are already introduced within the first chapter, which is Colin D. Lewington, who is, as the story puts him out to be, one of the strongest, most influential men in the country. Okay, and then we have our main female character by the name of Lei. And what I like about this is, like, again, it's reincarnation. So what happens in the story is we come to find out while he's the most powerful man, she's at the bottom of the barrel. She is an orphan. She lost her mother at a very young age, and she had to be living on the streets with other orphan children, other possibly abandoned children, scrapping by just to make ends meet, just to see another day. And it's pretty sad. Like, right off the bat, you just see she's trying to make what little she has and make something out of it. So she would go around begging aristocrats, for money or for food, and given her appearance that she seems like a very sweet and very cute little girl, noticeably these two characters, Anya and Lei, pink hair, green eyes, besides the point, she's a very cute girl, but of course her circumstances is, again, unfortunate. Just so you guys know, you can read this series on Tapas. I'm gonna put the link in the description box so you guys can click on it and read it legally. It is a really fun series. So going into that, while that's happening, she ends up bumping into Callan. Now, he's this guy that he dresses in all black. He's very handsome, obviously from the title and everything, and him being in the description picture, he's obviously the main character. So they bump into each other, and then he pushes her away. The minute he pushes her away, instantly she gets flashbacks. And it's not flashbacks to her childhood, no, it's flashbacks to her previous life as a sick young woman in the hospital, looking like it was the 21st century, and her parents on the outside, and she's remembering everything that is happening to her. And then she realizes, hold on, I transmigrated into this novel. I believe it was by the name of The Life of the Duke Lewington. And then she's like, I'm just nothing more than an extra character that was meant to die. Okay. And come to find out that Duke Lewington, Callan Lewington, is kind of, despite being the story's protagonist, he's kind of like what's that word? A psychopath, okay? This guy goes around killing criminals. Now, you can say he's kind of like the Batman of this series, okay? He has the looks, he has the money. I don't think, well, he can get women. Yeah, he can get women. But he doesn't pay them much attention. And he goes around investigating crimes, dealing with the criminals, but a lot worse than Batman Bruce Wayne would do something like that, right? So she finds out she's in this story. She also remembers when she was reading this story back in her previous life that the criminal who had the red hat, because he was made very obvious, he was dwelling in the background, but he had a bright red hat. Like, bro, you made yourself so obvious, and I'm surprised that originally in the story you were not caught. Come to find out, in the original story, Callan was not able to find the criminal until it was too late, because he thought he was on a ship that was about to ship off. Come to find out that the killer, the criminal, decided to kill multiple people, around 30 or so people in the alleyway, and then he got away scot-free. And then Callan, they never went further into that, but Callan was too late to save 30 innocent lives. And because Lei remembers this from her previous lifetime, now, you know, in now the new body as little Lei, she tells him, the guy with the red hat is the criminal. He's the guy that's going around murdering people. He finds him. You come to find out, again, this is fantasy, come to find out that Callan is able to use dark magic. Mind you, Callan is not a bad guy, but he will use by any means necessary to, you know, get the job done. Again, he's not Bruce Wayne. He got some qualities of Bruce Wayne, but he's not Bruce Wayne. So due to Lei's help and due to her memory, she was able to save one of her friends, actually, because the first victim by that criminal was her friend. I think his name was Oscar or something like that. I forgot his name. Eventually you're not going to see him again, so it's okay to forget him. And she was able to save his life, right? So Callan is just like, in his head, you can really tell, how did this little girl know the criminal was the guy in the red hat? Mind you, there are hints already. She can't read. They already know that early in the chapter, she can't read. How was she able to read the poster saying that he's the wanted guy? And, you know, eventually she will tell him, hopefully, but we can only wait to see as more chapters come out, as we see further on. So guys, if you are reading Becoming the Dark Hero's Daughter, if you're a fan of this series, of course, don't spoil it, but how do you feel about this series? And those who are looking for new manhwas to read, those who are looking for something in the reincarnation, fantasy, romance, comedy, check out this series. Check it out. The link is in the description box for you to go check out. I'm going to continue reviewing this series because I really do love it myself, and, you know, add something for you guys to watch during your week. And I'm going to try and do more manga reviews on this channel as well, and I'll get back to doing some manga reviews as well. So until then, I'm Kimmy-chan of Anime Legends, and I will see you guys later. Bye! With